Coming up on this episode of CTRL ALT DISRUPT,
we are discussing the dangers of using silhouettes in logos.
We're working out if Burberry is just for chavs or maybe might be classy again.
Can you revive the Duolingo bird?
welcome to Superhub's podcast. That's what they tell me it's called anyway. Called CTRL ALT DISRUPT, and this is episode 5.
Nice. What are we talking about today, James?
Well, we're talking about the successes in marketing this year so far, of which there have been a few, which basically involves a dead owl, a change in crisp packets, which goes back to a long-held, like, previous history kind of thing.
And some checkered clothing.
Yeah. Often worn by chavs.
At one point in time,
Yeah.
it definitely was.
Well, it wasn't real clothing, it was just fake, but it looked checkered. But anyway. And then also coming up, we've got Shite or Swipe, where we review a logo, which I believe we've got another local company we can piss off. So, we've gone off at a bit of a tangent. So, let's move on to the top marketing events of this year. Who's got the first one?
I do, James. And we're talking about Duolingo. So Duolingo is...
Does she not sing something? What does she do?
that's Dua Lipa, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Dua Lipa,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm just checking.
So Duolingo is an app where you learn different languages, essentially. I'm sure people have heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty effective app for learning a language. So I've
Have
been
you any
told.
idea what language? Well, you can barely speak English.
Well, I've been learning on Duolingo to speak English.
Oh, okay. You started with it.
So maybe it's not that good.
Maybe it's not that good.
But
Does it do Klingon and other things?
I don't know if they do Klingon, but I know that the...
We should check.
yeah, we should
They
check.
make it fun, don't they? They make it like all,
I don't think learning any language is fun.
No, but they
No,
try.
because I'm currently
there.
learning Spanish.
The only fun thing about learning languages was when I was at school, my French teacher had very large bosoms.
They had quite a good campaign, in my opinion, this year, which consisted of their character or their mascot. Of
Oh, is this
Duolingo.
where they basically claimed that their mascot had died?
So yeah, they claimed it, but they also layered it into the app to essentially help stimulate people using the app more.
But isn't the owl already in the app?
So the app,
Yeah, so the owl is
Who's ever used it here?
No.
No.
I
Well, that's
briefly
clear.
used
Can you
it.
speak any languages?
English. How about you?
I used to be able to speak Afrikaans. I can't anymore.
Afrikaans.
That's mainly because I had an Afrikaans girlfriend and worked in South Africa for about 8 years. Something like that.
I mean, I'm currently learning Spanish, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, but is that because of the lovely Raquel?
Well, yeah, my partner's.
Does she only
Spanish
speak
and
to you in
Portuguese.
Spanish? Just to annoy you?
Yeah, it's made our relationship a bit turbulent at times.
Does she swear at you in Spanish?
Yeah, all that.
If you have an argument, does she argue with you in Spanish? Just
Yeah,
to
I
annoy
love
you?
it. I love it.
More. Moi.
Yeah, muy, sí. But yeah, so I'm learning Spanish at the moment, but I'm
Go on,
doing
say
it
something in Spanish.
muy caliente, sí.
Porque something.
But I haven't
Oh,
been.
that narrows it down.
Okay, it literally just means because, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's it.
That's all I know.
So
Is
yeah,
it a green owl.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Duolingo has as their mascot an owl, and he's called Jewel, I believe. No, what's his name?
It's Duo, isn't it? No, so they basically put out a bunch of social media posts basically saying that he died. They used a Tesla Cybertruck, edited it. Was really like not high production value at all. It was really like TikTok.
It was like TikTok meme
yeah.
kind of territory.
Yeah, TikTok meme culture, and rolled with it that it had died, and obviously everyone on the internet's like, oh my god, that's so sad because it's this cute little mascot. And then
But
apparently their sales went crazy.
Didn't they say that it might have died because some people have spent so long learning a language?
No, quite. I think it's the opposite. So they were bringing him back to life through, you interacting with the app. It's like they were encouraging you to use the app, so you'd bring back to life the owl, which is pulling on your heartstrings a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
But it means that everybody who sits there and has the app and is like, oh, I just, they don't bother with it. That does give them a kick up the ass to kind of go, oh yeah, okay, save the owl. Because apparently that's what you've got to do to get people to do something good for themselves.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because they've got loads
mad.
of things layered into Duolingo to get you to come back. Like, you kind of build up
So it's
a
like
daily...
subversive.
Yeah, they've
psychological subversive.
Yeah, they've got like daily... It's kind of like a snap streak, if you Snapchat someone, then you get a streak. People kind of
I
strive.
don't really use Snapchat. I only use it for tracking my children.
Yeah, it's a good tool for that.
Do you know what? I had a 1,000-day streak with somebody. It then died, and then I was like, that's it then. No, I barely use Snapchat. I was there like,
So I remember I had...
Yeah.
done.
I don't
So
have
you
any...
spoke to someone for 1,000 days?
Yeah.
Like 3 years?
Yeah, pretty much.
I had a really long one at
Were
one
they
point.
your girlfriend?
No.
Were you trying to
No.
shag them?
No. It was just one of my mates from secondary school, but we always just never seemed to lose a streak. So
I had a really long one at one point. I don't have any at the moment.
no,
but
I don't.
I remember I went through Snapchat's help team to get it back, and we got it back. I got back on a snap streak. So if you put your mind to it, you can actually get shit done. So they kind of treat it as that, as you build up a score. if you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, they've always been good at incentivizing using their apps, haven't they? Like loads of different things.
They've been around for years. I remember when they were like first came about, which was probably the early 2000s, and like it was really basic, but loads of people signed up for it. Then it was a bit like a gym membership. People signed up for it and then never used it.
And told people how much they use it.
Yeah, but never any evidence that. And the funny thing with that is that in the UK, people are terrible at learning languages.
Yeah.
Mainly because everyone else in the world speaks English, so it sometimes seems a bit stupid to try and learn 195 languages or whatever there are in the world.
Yeah.
Because there's like 100 of them in one country. Like, so if you go to South Africa, there's like 100 different languages.
Isn't it right
That's why
in
their
saying
flag
that
looks so...
for most like air traffic control, it's usually English that they revert to if they don't
No, it's all English.
like know each other's language?
It is English.
Yeah, it probably will be, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
the only time they have a
confusing.
non-English conversation is if they're having a private conversation and they know the other person is...
Yeah. The other one, another marketing success that we've had this year, has been Burberry, and they've done kind of the opposite and like put actual budget
What, they've
into
said that
videos.
chavs aren't dead?
No, they've actually put proper budget into it, and much more proper in that sense.
Yeah, I think Burberry are it's one of those British, clothing brands which it's considered like the most like authentically British kind of
What, rather
mainstream.
than Edinburgh Woolen Mill?
Right, yeah, fuck Burberry off. But no, they're quite the I think I've
Or Sports Direct?
much more prestigious than Sports Direct one. But you might find some Burberry.
Yeah, what they did was they basically did a series of kind of short videos. Kind of some were more of a video, some were literally even just one shot. But it was basically just like showing how Burberry, like every situation, they're all
Deserves a Burberry.
Okay. Basically.
If you have £500.
Yeah,
And obviously, if you don't have
scarf.
£500, go to the average market and you can probably get some for £5.
Yeah.
But
Funny enough,
they were all shot in like an old school kind of film camera
you'd have
style.
got right off on that. As well.
They look pretty. They did look pretty.
Because you like a bit of beige in film, don't you? But the weird thing, one of those, about 15 years ago, I used to know the head of security for Burberry. I can't tell you why, because I'll have to kill you. But yeah, he the conversation I had about because that was a big part of the time when it was like constantly being faked.
Yeah.
So he was telling me about some of the ways that they would catch people faking the product. And he said, like, obviously the fakes would be between very poor and very, very good. Like, almost indistinguishable. Like they'd stolen the items. You know. So it was quite fascinating where he was speaking about it.
I think this marketing campaign was also very effective. My brain does not work today. The marketing campaign was very effective because, you know, it has gone, we are still a, you know, traditional English brand, because it was all just English culture, you know, people of whatever, and
there's a really similar...
There was no... Because we have been associating it with chavs.
Yeah.
So seeing that, it's like, oh yeah, English.
Like, did you see the Range Rover ads for Wimbledon?
Yeah,
no,
they
I
were
didn't,
good.
actually.
Like, they did very much the same thing. You know, where you... Like, they had like a Range Rover, an EV Range Rover charging.
Yeah.
And then, so they were sort of teasing it. And then there would be a bloke on a smelly old lawnmower coming along and cutting the grass. And they were like...
It's like the same shot, but a different advert with a different thing happening. Isn't
So it was like a Range Rover
slow-paced.
outside a very modern house.
Yeah.
You know, on a... You know, it was all rendered. It wasn't... Definitely green screen. But it was... Did the same thing. So it played to all those British things like tea, rain...
Yeah.
You know...
Yeah, it's funny. There's one of the adverts for the Burberry one was actually, it's a woman getting in an old Triumph with a Burberry jacket and scarf on, and it's tipping it down with rain at night, and she takes the hood off of the car and then drives away in it.
Yeah.
But all of them seem very random, but they're kind of intriguing because they're random. If that makes sense, because it's all just each video is kind of a snapshot in time of what people are doing. So I think that kind of makes it seem a bit more authentic of, as you said, every moment deserves a Burberry. Whatever.
Yeah. I think Burberry is so established that they can't really do too much risky. Like if you look at Jaguar, for example, that was like a risky play which didn't pay off.
Well,
and I
think on one level it has played off because everyone talks about Jaguar. Whatever they do now is going to be better, right? But what they've managed to do is make 7 billion people talk about Jaguar. There's probably African tribes that are discussing that advert.
No, it's falling apart.
But so you could argue that that's genius. There is the downside of that advert is they probably alienated their existing customer base quite badly.
Yeah.
So the question is
didn't want it anyway.
That's gonna be weird.
Who built our set?
It's not the first time, is it?
No. Just stick it in there. There you go.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, it's like is the value of 7 billion people talking about your weird multicoloured advert with whatever they were better than alienating a few 100,000 people in pipes and slippers?
Yeah, I think they
so
scrapped,
that's the question.
They scrapped the marketing department which did that. I think they are scrapping the Jaguar rebrand.
Yeah, but I don't doubt it. So anyway, look, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But the third one is actually not so much a marketing thing, but it is marketing, but it's how you can use pranks to sell your brand.
And how you can divide people completely down the middle so that everyone's talking about it.
Absolutely. So this goes back to, right? Most of you won't remember. So the main crisp brand in the 70s and 80s was Golden Wonder, which Golden Wonder obviously is a type of potato as well, right? So Golden Wonder is was a brand, and it consistently had, and all crisps followed the same pattern. So red was ready salted, right? Blue was salt and vinegar, and green was cheese and onion.
Yeah.
And then basically, Walker's came along when it was bought by Pepsi, and it was a relatively unknown brand at that point. And then what they did was they flipped the salt and vinegar and cheese and onion colours the other way around, because every other crisp manufacturer had it literally the other way around. So there is some debate about whether they ever flipped it in the first place, but there's no real evidence they did or they didn't. But as the Walker's brand became more and more and more dominant over Golden Wonder and the others, is that they have continued with the green being cheese and onion and blue being cheese and onion and green being salt and vinegar.
Are you sure?
Yes. And then so on April Fool's Day this year, they basically announced that they were changing it round to the way that every other crisp brand had done it. And then there was a whole argument about whether they originally were that way around and whether they were flipping it either way. People were like people who didn't know that pre-Walker's crisps.
Yeah, I think like April Fool's brings out like every brand to try and scramble together something to freak out their customers.
Yeah.
But I think if companies actually approached everyday marketing to April Fool's, you'd get some really interesting.
Yeah, it's like bravery, isn't it? You can get away with it. You can sort of go, if it goes wrong, you can kind of go, oh, well. And I'm sure we could do a whole episode on April Fool's pranks. So maybe a future episode of Control Alt Disrupt is pranks that have been done on April Fool's by brands and which ones have worked and which ones haven't. You know, but every news outlet across the world will run some prank that, maybe we'll get a prank like Keir Starmer's resigned or something positive like that, and then everyone go, oh shit.
The triple decker bus, that was my favourite. I believed it as well.
Yeah, but you come from Plymouth.
Yeah, I do.
So it's the sort of thing they would do in Plymouth.
Triple decker.
Because there isn't many railways in Devon, in that end of Devon and Cornwall, so there isn't many they can get stuck under.
But everybody buys a packet of crisps, kind of whatever however you do, whatever you're doing, you'll inevitably end up eating a packet of crisps. So it's kind of almost in the culture that people go, oh yeah, expect it. So when it does change, they're immediately there going, oh god, I've got to talk about it. It's just getting people to talk about something, It's like the Duolingo one.
What about the Walker's crossover with Heinz when they did the ketchup crisps and stuff? I remember that being quite
They've actually got them
quite
in
an
Tesco's.
impactful time.
They've actually got them in Tesco's. I've never tried them. I don't want to. I feel like it's going to be horrible. I've done the Worcester sauce ones. They're all right.
Yeah, Sully likes Worcester sauce.
I like them as well, yeah.
But
because they're Liam Perrins, weren't they?
Yeah. So do we like the fact that they did that? Because what are they going to do next time?
True, but I think, as an idea that they've not done before.
Do you know, I've got a really...
It was on the cards. It was literally kind of almost in their face, that idea that could be done.
Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?
Yes.
Right? I think it'd be really clever, right, if they did something really strange, but didn't announce it. I think like a really subversive level. So you just put out, so you do kind of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right? But what you do is you don't tell people that you've done it. You just quietly do it. Right? Or maybe you gradually change the colour of the pack. So let's say they're beef flavoured, right? And you basically, over a period of time, over a number of months, and obviously Walkers, if you're listening to this is my idea, so it's copywritten to me. Yeah. What you basically do is you slowly change the colour of the pack so that people don't notice it changing. And then sooner or later, someone will then go, did these not used to be, when did they change it? And they go, well, we never changed it. And then there'll be all these people going, oh, you did change it.
See, I reckon Benedict would notice the day they started. So he'd walk in, look at the pack of crisps, and go, the hue has changed in that colour.
If you just gradually,
he'd clock it.
But if you did it really, really slowly, over about...
But then it wouldn't work, because you'd at Tesco's or something, you'd get like loads of like faced up crisps at the new hue. And then at the very back of the shelf, you just get the old one of the old stragglers. People are like, oh.
Well, it's kind of compares to the idea that the world's going more grey because we've been losing colour out of like cars and such like. But you don't notice that change until you stop and go.
But when you go in a supermarket, if you actually count the number of products by colour, red is the most common.
Well, yeah, that's because it is just there, isn't it?
Yeah, but actually, if you want to stand out, you need to do it in a different colour because the baseline is red.
Mm.
So, right, we should move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
So we move on to swipe and shite, or swipe and shite.
Yes. Insert lovely transition.
Yes.
Courtesy
Made by
of Luke.
So today's swipe or shite is this logo. Now, obviously we don't have the whole photograph because you didn't take the whole photograph.
I actually might have it because I also took a photo of it.
I'm assuming it's a roofing company given that it's called Slating, unless that's his name.
And that is probably what we're going to be doing here, right? Slating.
Slating, ironically. And it's also a local business again.
Oh no.
What are they actually called?
Thompson's.
Thompson's Slate and Tile, roof or whatever?
Yeah,
But they have been
slate
doing
and
it.
tile
On the
roofing
back
or
it says they've been doing it for 4 generations. Hopefully they're not 4 generations of nutters who want to beat us up.
Yeah, I mean, roofers probably going to be nutters. Actually, yeah, no, let's cut that out.
The strange thing about this kind of logo is it looks like someone laying
looks a bit
insulation.
rude.
Or they're doing a bit of bowling.
Yeah, it looks half rude and half ambiguous.
Or like they're rolling some grass out.
I will just say,
I
when
got
we
that.
walked past it, me and Joe both just sat there and went, hold on a minute, what? 'Cause on really quick looking at it, it looks really rude.
It
Yeah,
does
it
look
does.
really rude.
Yeah. So
or
what are you seeing in the rude?
I'm also seeing it as a man.
The ball is obviously it's a head.
2 heads.
You imply that because of the style.
It
of
looks
drawing
like
it
someone
is,
laying down,
Yeah.
particularly, but they're
Yeah.
hidden behind the yellow bit.
because you've got
Yeah.
2 circles. You assume that that's 2 heads when you look
Yeah.
at it quite quickly.
So is
So
the person lower bent over?
Yeah.
It's
Just
not
to
an
paint the
in-depth
vivid
thing. It's
image.
just you look past it
We
quickly
all
and you're
wanna
like, oh,
say
and
it,
there's
don't
2
we?
heads and then there's one guy.
There's many things
just
it could
a
look
bit-
like.
So is this a
Yeah.
silhouette of Elliot and Benedict?
Right, so let's
No, Joe and Benedict.
So let's just play a little game here, right? We'll go around the room, come up with things it looks like, right? So, like for example, it looks like a man inspecting an asteroid that's landed on the Earth.
Yeah, I'm seeing a tractor from my point of view.
If you blur your eyes a bit, you can make it out.
What,
something else.
like upside down?
No. So the small circle, the lower circle is the back wheel.
Yeah. Well, I'm
And
seeing
then
it
the front.
that way round. So if you turned it like round that way, it looks like a tractor. So if you turn it round, so you can see it that way round. See, it looks like a tractor in a field with smoke coming out of its.
Oh yeah.
It also looks like a man pushing a log.
Yeah.
A man rolling out turf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also looks like a man bent on one knee. Which I think it's
Insulating.
supposed to be.
Yeah, like a man insulating a loft.
Yeah.
Any others? Is it?
It's not really, it's
am I
just
just
a
more
rolling-
imaginative?
Yeah.
See, my hope.
Do you
for
not
this-
see a man rolling the head of his? What are you laughing at?
Decapitated partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
That's why it's 4 generations, mate.
Or a man
Yeah.
rolling up a big snowball to make his
Yeah, snowball.
snowman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it has none of those things.
He's
Have,
rolling some AstroTurf.
yeah, rolling some AstroTurf, rolling out a carpet.
Yeah. It's
Or
a roofing
almost-
company, though.
Almost looks like a very funny A in a very
So
funny
it's just
font.
it's a roofing
Yeah.
company, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Like slated could be anything, couldn't it?
I will just do it. I will do a really quick double check.
See, what we're not doing is reading it in Klingon. That's actually Klingon for, you know.
It looks okay with the Thompson logo below it, but that's on the back, isn't it?
But the funny thing is, it doesn't seem to bear any relevance to what it is that they do.
Show them the other one.
I have done.
Oh, right.
I'm just trying to see if it comes up with anything.
What's on their website?
So I can't find anything. I've typed in Thompson's and it doesn't come up with anything.
Oh, good. These are 4 generations of people who didn't actually invest in a website. So good thing is they're probably not
Thompson
on
Roofing.
They're maybe not on the internet, so won't see this.
That looks even worse. Look at that one.
That does look even worse.
That looks like a horrible human bike.
What is that? That looks like a monkey playing with another monkey's testicles.
Yeah.
Are we like that? That is. It's got to be the same,
That looks
right? It's because it's the same.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the yellow. It's
Yeah,
got black and yellow.
Oh, no. But this is this whole Torquay United thing going on again, isn't it?
Right,
In Torquay,
okay.
where everyone colours their.
So we're actually we're actually dissing a member of the firm as well.
Somehow they made it worse on that website.
It does actually look like a man who's got the shits and a shat on his feet.
Yeah. Oh, we found the
my real hope is this is intentional. You know, intentional.
There must be some intentional reason for it.
I probably thought it was funny at the pub after Friday.
What? Because they're a tradie by 2 p.m. then on a Friday.
Yeah. It is a slightly strange. I don't really have any other comment than like.
It's just weird. It's just it could be done so much better. It really could, like, because all of them look like they're a bit different from the other, and it's
but you also walk into this problem, right, with logos for specific things, because you go to most graphic designers and you go, make me a logo, like you being a sort of graphic designer thing, right? So the first thing that happens is you go to a graphic designer and you go, design me a logo for my roofing company, and what they do is they give you a picture back of a roof, right? And you go, do I really want that as my logo? Right? Because if you decide to add a service to your roofing company, which roofing is a bit like building, you might start doing patios, for example, because the talents aren't unique, right? Then you've got the wrong logo. You know, it goes back to what I've said in other podcasts. Is you have to really think about the name of your business, right?
Yeah.
And if you call it something that is literally, I say, for example, if I go and to everyone out there, don't think about a pink elephant, that's all you can think about, right? So as soon as you say roofer, all you get is pictures of roofs, right, as a logo. I'm not sure what brief they gave someone or what the person was smoking who designed it was thinking. But there was obviously some logic to why they did that.
All they had to do is just do that. You know, like have him like this, and it would have been better.
I'll be honest. I think the one on their website.
See, you've done it already. You've gone, I'm a graphic designer. I'm just going to design a roof.
Yeah, but just to have him like on this at this angle, then be a bit better.
But I almost think that
maybe it's a flat roof.
That potentially. Yeah. Well, but I still don't know why they're holding a ball. Because nothing to go on a roof.
Well, it might be
a
roll. It's a silhouette, isn't it? So it might be a roll of roof felt. That might be where it came from.
But then
given they're called slating and roofing contractors, you're prioritising what it is that you do.
Yeah.
What if you want tiles? So also calling yourself.
Do you know what? If you actually look at this logo, by the way, he's actually laying out the top of the logo.
Yeah, I know. I saw that already.
He's laying out the black.
Which would imply that it's a roll of roof felt, but it's so obscure that most people wouldn't understand what that means. Because no one really pays that much attention. So I guess it brings us to the point.
I guess they kept it straight so it goes along all the top of the logo. That's the only, obviously.
So the question is, swipe or shite?
Well, we're gonna have to go shite.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you can each
could
have your own opinion.
definitely
So
make
Luke-
that there, but
Lukey boy.
Shy, I just don't like the. Obviously, I've done it to lay the straight thing along the logo, but it doesn't really scream roofing company if you look at it. The logo.
Because it's not a roof.
It's a felt.
Swipe or shite?
we're gonna go shite.
Shite.
Yeah, shite for me.
Well, that's 3 shites. And I think, I'm not really sure what you were thinking, so it's going to have to be a shite. But if you own Thompson's Roofing, as we do every time we do this, we are happy to redesign it free of charge, and we will do it better for you. So that offer is there. Drop us a message if you want us to do it. We'll do it for you.
Damn right.
Obviously, if we ask Luke to do it, you will just get a picture of a roof. Also, what I would say is what we were discussing, which is the yellow is this whole Torquay United thing, which all companies in Torquay seem to have, because that's obviously a Torquay company.
I don't hate the white, black, and yellow, but it just needs to be done right, in my opinion.
Yeah, yellow's a difficult thing. And yellow doesn't work, as Luke will tell us. Yellow never works very well on a screen because it flares. So you always get that kind of alias sort of horrible edge around it.
Yeah, it's a colour that's quite closely associated with like insanity, and it.
Is that why everything you own is yellow?
But to be fair, there was a
Apart from what you're wearing.
yeah, except yeah.
What is that logo?
That's close.
So on that note, it brings to the end. Control
Yes, it
Alt
does.
Disrupt.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, follow, like, subscribe, watch us on your favourite channel. It's bye from Custard.
Bye.
And it's bye from you.
Goodbye, guys.
And obviously, it's bye from me.